everybody, how are you all going? I hope you're really well. First video back of 2021. I really hope I can remember how to do them and I don't bore you. I thought I would do a video for mask wearing, so makeup for when you're wearing your mask. Makeup's a challenge when you're wearing your mask, but I don't think it means that we just shouldn't bother because it's such a nice thing to do for yourself. So I'm going to show you a few tips that I've sort of mastered over this past, well, it's probably only been a week. So I really want you to start with skincare prep. So you really need to think about like looking after your skin under the mask. And you need to think about later on in the day, as the day goes on, taking that makeup off when you get home and cleaning the area that has been under the mask. Okay, so I'm going to start by just having a spray of the herbal face tonic to start off with, and then I'm going to apply this serum by Bimini, which is the hyaluronic acid eye and face serum. It's a really beautiful one for hydration, but also I kind of find that it almost gives me a little bit of a mattifying effect as well. So really nice for under the mask, because what I'm finding is that the mask is very sort of moisture producing. There's a lot of moisture happening, so you want to try and make sure your skin's hydrated, but I'm going to try and stay on the more matte finishes today, and yeah, just try a few different techniques to see how it goes. Make sure you are applying your SPF. Make sure you're still applying your SPF, because you really want to make sure that your face is protected from the sun. Okay, so I'm going to do a powder foundation today. I'm going to use the Gemma Vendetta number 4, and that's what I'm going to use as my base, because I really want this to be more of a powdered product makeup. What I want to do is have less moisture. So what I'm going to do is just start off at the top of the face, because really, you know, that's where the focus is going to be. So I still start from the nose and work out the way, which I always do, going over the eyes. This is with the little baby bookie from the Eco Makeup Bar online. And I'm just going to start creating a little bit of coverage. Now the Gemma Vendetta powder mineral foundation is SPF 25 too, so you're also getting at that SPF factor too, and you can build up coverage as you go. I'm in a little different spot today. I'm downstairs at Heart Centred. We've just started this, well, coming to the end of a little renovation down here, so this is going to be available soon for hire as well. Okay, so a bit of coverage there, but what I like about it is, because it's a powder product, you're going to get less sort of transfer. You're also going to get a little bit less moisture happening as well, with it being a nice powder product. It's yeah, it's less dewy. It's going to be less sticky to stick onto the mask, because I'm finding a lot of the time it feels quite sticky. I don't know if you're finding that. I'm going to add a little bit of colour, and I'm going to do that with the rice powder bronzer and blushers, and I'm going to add a pop of colour today. So I really want to go for something bright because I'm not feeling so bright. So I'm going to go for Bondi, which is this really cute sort of mandarin and pinky colour. It's a really lovely little colour combo, and I'm using it more as a blush as opposed to what you would a bronzer, but you definitely could do the bronzer for this look as well. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, your cheeks are sort of covered up too by the mask, but it's also nice when you have your mask off that you've got a wee bit of colour and you feel quite nice and fresh. So a bit of colour on there. You could do the same technique with the bronzer. So Roma has got a really lovely sort of terracotta undertone, and then Tillam's a darker undertone, a little bit more bronzy. So you can also do that to the cheeks and over the bridge of the nose, forehead, to add a little bit of extra interest up in the areas of the face that you can actually see. I will come back and use those in the eye makeup actually, but I just think it's really nice just to give yourself a little bit of freshness, have some pink cheeks and a little touch of that over the nose as well. Really helps sort of uplift the complexion. I'm not going to do a huge amount of eye makeup, but I am going to focus more on my eyes than what I normally would, because normally, I don't know, but I do not wear a lot of eye makeup. I'm going to use the Chamomile Eye Palette, and this one's called Lovely. So what I really love about these is that it's all nice matte sort of muted tones, and I really think they're really easy to use. So I've just gone over my eyelids initially with the powder, the mineral powder foundation from Gemma Vendetta, which is on the online store. at theecomakeupbar.com. And then all I'm going to do now is just add in some sort of socket line. It's going to be like really quick and fast and speedy. And this is a massive brush that I'm using, but because I've got quite a large eye space, I can sort of get away with such a big brush, just whatever I can grab. So this is just this sort of darkish greyish from the Lovely eyeshadow palette. And I'm just going to add a little bit of interest into that socket and just above the socket. And then all I'm going to do is, with the mobile lid, which is the part of your eye that moves around, I'm just using that lighter pink colour, and then I'm sort of blending them together. Easy peasy. Now, to add a little bit more definition to that eye area, I will add a little bit of liner, but I'm going to do so underneath the lash line, so that when I go put mascara on, I'm going to have a little bit more definition as well. So basically what we're doing is we're going underneath this lash line, this upper lash line, and we're just doing little circles back and forth to get our colour right under there, and it's going to make things look a bit deeper. You can do this in any colour. You could use a black liner. This is the bronze colour from Airpress, which I really like. But you could use a black liner. There's Forest, which is like a deep green khaki colour. I've got this really cute little blue indigo colour into. So it's just going to add a little bit of definition, and then I'm going to pop some underneath as well, which I'm going to probably blend out ever so slightly, just in that outer quarter of the eye, outer third. So it just depends on your eye shape as to how long you bring that over. But I kind of like to just stop just as I get to the colour part of my eye, the iris. It's one of my little things that I like for my eye shape. I'm really scraping at the bottom of the barrel for brushes here, so you'll have to excuse these ones that are coming out. And then I'm just going to blend that in. I think this was free with a Boots purchase, which if you have been in the UK, or I think they've got Boots in loads of other places too, you'll know where Boots is. You can also buff out a little bit just through the lash line of that liner that you put on, because even though you put it in the waterline, you will find that it's coming out ever so slightly. If you want more definition, you can also just add little dots of this in, so just buffing it through the upper lashes. Wow, you can tell that it's been a while since I've done a makeup video. I can't get anything right. So if you just smudge little dots with these liner pencils, and then using just a smudgy brush. So there's one of these little smudgy brushes in my custom brush set, so if you do have that at home, you can use that one. So all we're doing is we're just creating a little bit more definition and interest to the eyes. So you can see we've got some eye shapes. Alright, so I'm going to apply some mascara now. I am going to go for the Mauve Mascara by Airpress. It's something a little bit different. It's got a little bit of colour happening. And yeah, I really like it actually. It's really cute. It's nice. So I'm going to just start applying that now. You can curl your lashes beforehand. Otherwise, I just like to get the mascara wand really nice and tight to the bottom of my lashes and just give them a little wiggle. I always look down into a mirror so that I don't get mascara all over my eyelid. I think it's something that's always happened to me, but it certainly is something that's getting worse as I get older. So I look down into the mirror to apply it rather than looking straight ahead, and then I just find that it's a lot tidier, a lot neater. So the other tricks for mascara are certainly you want to tease the lashes out the direction that you want them to go in. So at the center here, I'm just sort of pulling them up high, and then I want to make sure I'm coating these little ones on the inside, and then the outer corner I want to pull outwards. So just like teasing your hair, you kind of move it in the direction that you want it to go and you want it to sit into. So I've gone quite colourful now. So I've got the brighter blush on, and I've got this Mauve mascara, which is just a really cute little touch. Sometimes I think you don't even really notice it until you're up close. So you're going to want to be spending a little bit more time, I reckon, on your brows. I've already done my brows this morning, but I'm going to give myself just a little bit more definition. So you can always start from this arch of the brow if you're looking to, you know, add a little bit of extra definition but not go to OTT, or if you're worried about looking too block at the front, if you want to start here, it's always a good idea to make sure you're having a really natural finish. And then I use the pencil on its side, so you'll notice that I'm not coming in like this. I really want to just shade into the brow and make sure that I'm getting a really nice natural finish. But it's nice to go for a little bit deeper on the brows if you're going to be wearing a mask, because it's really going to help frame the face and keep everything looking really lovely. In terms of lips, I haven't really been doing lipstick. I have been doing a pop of Super Balm when I come out of the shower to make sure my lips are really nice and moisturised. If I have done lips, I've just stuck to a lip pencil. So I just find, especially if I've moisturised my lips in the morning, my lips are nice and sort of prepped ready. And then generally all I do is just add a little bit of this colour, just straight from the pencil. So it's nice and dry, which is good for when you're wearing under your mask. You don't have to worry about it sort of transferring over. And as long as you've hydrated your lips beforehand, it's not going to dry your lips out. So a really easy peasy little lipstick. And then if I was going out and about, or even, you know, I mean, sort of in between times, I would pop a little bit of gloss in my handbag. So I love these little mango glossies from Airpress. You can pop it in your handbag and then whip it out when it's time to take your mask off. And you know, you can pop a little bit of gloss on. It might help them feel a little bit more comfortable and also feel a little bit more done, a little bit special. All right, so masks going on. This is my lovely friend Cassie from Lorraine & Blair has made these. So let's just see how this finish looks gonna look. All right, so I just feel so much more sort of done. I've got this cute little eye makeup. It's not going to take too long. It's just about making the most of the features that you can see, keeping your makeup nice and sort of more, I guess, less dewy, more matte, which is a very strange thing to hear from me, but I just find that's a really nice way to make sure your mask's going to feel comfortable and you're not getting too sweaty in there. I've been grabbing a little muslin cloth and I've been putting it in my clutch bag too, so that when I take the mask off I can sort of like have a little buff. I just find that's really helpful. You really want to make sure you're washing these every night because of obviously the transfer of coronavirus, but you also want to make sure you're washing them between wear so that you're not transferring any bacteria that's maybe building up in the face as well. So I'm definitely getting a little more like blocked pores and things like that around the face from wearing these, so just make sure it's a clean mask that you're putting on every day too. So when you get home, take your makeup off. I like to use the micellar water just as a really nice, quick, easy way. Swipe off all the makeup and excess perspiration and whatever else might be building up under that mask. So get it all off and then really spend some time at night time. Think about like all your moisturizers, all your like nice, lovely oils, and you know, doing some facial massage and you know, creating that really lovely experience and making sure your skin is really well looked after, it's clean, it's moisturized, and then you're ready for bed and starting afresh and doing it all again. So I hope you enjoyed this little mask tutorial. I guess it's something that we're just gonna have to get used to, and yeah, we have to make the most of it. How nice you can actually make your makeup whilst you're still wearing your mask. So I hope you enjoyed that and we'll see you soon.